Hi everyone, welcome back to 70s and 80s Talk with another album review. So I'm going to be reviewing a Queen album. So I'm going to take us back to the 70s because I've been doing 80s albums and it is 70s and 80s Talk channel, so I'm going to be doing 70s stuff as well. So I'm going to be reviewing their 7th studio album. I mean, I don't even know how many albums they have. There must be a lot. 1978. It was released and it's called Jazz. So a lot of the songs on here I haven't heard before. So it's more of a bit of an initial review, I guess. My thoughts may change. So we'll see. So number 2 in the UK charts is what it peaked at, which is quite good. So I was looking at the reviews after I reviewed this. I looked at other people's reviews, and there's a lot of reviews online about this album actually, which I will talk about at the end. So I think coming from those reviews, it maybe wasn't them. If you're like a die-hard Queen fan, I think it maybe wasn't one of their most popular ones with those sort of fans that are really die-hard Queen fans, if I'm right in saying that. Apparently. But it depends what review and what page you read and who you are as a Queen fan, I guess. So I'm just going to jump straight into the review. Queen, I know all the hits, as most people do. I have strayed a bit away from the hits, but mainly their popular songs. Their least popular songs, I don't know. I haven't even scratched the surface of Queen songs, in all honesty. But I wanted to review Queen, and I wanted to review a 70s album. So I picked Jazz. There was another one which had a few more other popular songs on, but I want to do this one. Just jumped out at me, so I did it. So here we are. Oh, it's gold in the UK, by the way. So number 1 is Mustafa, shall I pronounce it? I hadn't heard this one before. You've got a lot of different languages spoken in this song. We start the song with just Freddie's vocals at the beginning without any other sounds, which is interesting. It's quite fast paced. I didn't expect that kick to come in. The volume varies in this song, which is a bit strange. I don't really know what to think. I don't know. I think I need to listen to it more, in all honesty. I wouldn't say I don't like it. I wouldn't say I really like it. Bit of a, I'm not really sure at this moment in time. So number 2 is Fat Bottom Girls. I know this song very well. It's actually one of my favourite Queen songs, actually. I really like this song, the sound of it. I mean, people are a bit sceptical about the lyrics and what's about, but as a song, I really like it. So it's a well-known one of theirs. I love that guitar and the drums, which I know is a bit of a vague thing to say, but I do. You've got a pause in the song, and I like when they do that. And you can't help but sing along to this one. Their voices work well together. They often do that in these songs. So number 3 is Jealousy. It's very Queen sounding. I hadn't heard this one before either. Freddie's vocals are really nice in this one. There are parts where the other members are singing together, and that really lifts the song, I think, as well. So number 4 is Bicycle Race. And when I was like, oh, it's that one, yeah. In all honesty, this is my least favourite Queen song that I've heard out of like their popular ones. It just, I don't know, I find it a bit repetitive. It goes on a bit. Not a big fan of it. That's just me personally. For me personally, I should say. So number 5 is You Can't Beat Them. It's an alright song. I'd probably listen to it again. It's lyrically well written by John. It's a nice bits of guitar in there, which adds just the right amount of heaviness for the song, I'd say. So number 6 is Let Me Entertain You, not to be confused with the Robbie Williams song, which has actually been mentioned in other reviews. People have said that. I probably prefer that song to this one, actually. But I haven't heard this one before. I should say, past tense. It didn't really grab me. I don't know. I think, to be honest, the best bit was, I think it was Roger singing God's Grief, what an awful costume. That was the best part of the song for me. I found that quite entertaining. So number 6 is, number 7, Dead on Time. I really like this one. I think the guitar's mint on it. how Freddie sings in line with the guitar, changing the pace and volume. His voice matches that guitar so well. It's fantastic. It's a well-produced song, this. It's groovy. It's definitely a one that I'll be listening to again. You've got that woo that Freddie does. Great. You got a crack of thunder sound at the end. Nice touch. I hadn't heard this before, to say, but I really like that one. Number 8, In Only 7 Days. It made me think of something when I actually read just that the name of it. Something that like you'd read in like something of Tolkien's work. I mean, I've been watching Rings of Power at the moment, so maybe that's why. But I don't know. I can imagine like someone in there saying, "In only 7 days, they will cross the sea," or something like that. People are gonna think I'm mad going on like that, but so it's not really something I would listen to, though. But saying that, it's a nice listen. Actually, it's a good song, but for me personally, it's just a bit doesn't really do much for me. So number 9 is Dreamer's Ball. Not really grabbing me again. There's nothing standout wrong with it or any of these songs that's not grabbing me. Maybe I would say with this one, though, maybe some elements I'm not sure that work that well together for me personally. The guitar part where Freddie is talking, I don't really get that bit. Number 10 is Fun It. The drum sounds really nice in this. I like the sound of the guitar, but overall, again, I'm not that fussed about this song. Number 11, Leaving Home Isn't Easy. Got acoustic guitar in this. I'm a big fan of Queen's heavier stuff. I find with this, I lost interest, but I think that's because I'm me. The song's actually fine. There's nothing wrong with it. If you like those sort of slower songs, yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. Number 12, Don't Stop Me Now. Classic, of course. The hits are quite different to the other songs on here, I would say. There's a build into the chorus with this song, which is fantastic. It sounds so good and it's a joyful listen, it really is. Great catchy lyrics that most people know off by heart. It's a good live song. It's spot on. The parts where the other members of the band are singing, not just Freddie, I mean Freddie's probably singing with them as well. It's an iconic Queen sound with Freddie's fiery vocals, the main part. It's class. So number 13, the last song on the album, is More of the Jazz, which is a link back to the album title. Roger is singing this in comparison to Freddie. I think Freddie does sing a bit further along in the song. Why can I hear bits of Johnny Cash I brought here? I don't know. Roger has a little bit, it reminds me a bit of Johnny Cash, I don't know. So we got his voice. I've literally wrote, whoa, it's really good. I think I have heard some of Roger's stuff before and I've been like, yeah, he can sing really well actually. The guitar is almost creeping. That kind of, I mean, I've talked about like that step effect, but I think it's slightly different to that, which is interesting. There's a good point that someone made on a review I read or watched or something about this album, where Roger's actually singing no more of the jazz. So why they called the song More of the Jazz, don't know. So that guitar I like, and then yeah, you've got Freddie which comes in, which I didn't expect. I wish the guitar, that kind of solo-y bit, which you hear it starting to go off, I wish that was longer. Then we have bits of other songs on the album put in that song, which I found a bit odd. I would have preferred more of that guitar solo instead of that. And the bass you can really hear at the end of the song. Right, so overall, like I say, I'm not a Queen expert. I haven't even touched the surface of Queen stuff. But overall, the album is fine. Nothing stands out wrong with it. The hits, yeah, are good. The bicycle one, I'm not much of a fan of. The other songs overall didn't grab me like those hits on the album or their hits overall. Queen's hits, which is mainly what I've listened to, like I say, with some of their less popular stuff, but it's still sort of popular. My dad basically has a big Queen album with 3 CDs in. I know that they're the songs I know. Yeah, I think with a lot of the songs I just lost interest. I got a bit bored. They don't have that oomph with those other Queen hits, or maybe the ones I haven't heard yet. But I think a lot of it is just me. Personally, I like those heavier songs and sounds. I like the builds. But Dead on Time, I did really like though. That stood out to me, and I think I will be listening to that more for sure. Roger can sing though. I do want to point that out, even though that song I wasn't that fussed about it. He can sing, and he has really a raspy voice, and he can hold notes. I just want to say that. But yeah, I want to link back to what I watched about some other people's reviews. Some other people were saying that it's quite the songs vary quite a lot. They're not, but I don't know, because albums do that though. You have songs which are here and then lower down and then go back up. That's an album though, so yeah, it does that, the album, but albums do that. I'm trying to think what else a lot of people were saying. I think some people were saying production wise, those other sort of songs that weren't hits are a bit badly produced. I wouldn't say they're badly produced. I'd just say maybe they're a bit more simple. But if you like those more simple songs that are less heavy, then they're for you. I think it's down to personal choice. I don't think there's anything wrong with this album. I think it's totally fine. But I think it's just down to if you like heavier Queen songs or if you like slower, less complicated Queen songs. Because there is slower, more ballad Queen songs out there, but they're still quite dramatic, quite theatrical, got lots of elements. So that's that. That's the review for Queen's 1978 jazz album. Now, talking about the 70s, there has been a programme, so obviously, not to be the doom and gloom, but we are in the UK in an energy crisis, as many of you will know. And I'd seen a documentary that's been put out, I don't know, is it on Channel 4 or something, about the 1970s and how there was like the winter of something. I have no idea. Let's see if I can find what I'm actually talking about. But yeah, it's a bit like what was happening in the 70s is happening again now. And they've done a documentary on it about the winter of 1970 something. I know there was a really bad winter in the 1970s with snow. I don't know if that's the same winter that this all happened. I have no idea. But anyway, with this being the 70s and 80s talk channel, I don't just want to talk about music. I have touched on films, but the Halloween films, nobody seems to be bothered about watching my reviews about Halloween, which is fair enough. So I thought I could maybe watch this and just talk about it a bit. A bit of 1970s history. And I literally can't even find it now. I'm looking for it. I literally don't know. But I've seen it somewhere. I think my dad's recorded it actually. But I don't know. But yeah, it's somewhere. I'll find the documentary. I'll find it. So yeah, I might do a video on that. So thank you for watching, everyone. Take care. So looking to the future, I'm just going to be looking for some different artists to be reviewing and some of my favourites as well. I'm just trying to think of the way these videos are going to put out, because I've just recorded another video, so I'll probably just put this one out and then I've got another video as well. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'll put another video out after this. So I'll probably do that one. And then what? Yeah. Okay. I'm just thinking in my head here about how I'm going to release some videos. Yeah. There's going to be some new stuff coming out. So just keep an eye out for some new stuff. So thanks for watching, everyone. Take care now. Bye.